Welcome, I'm Reaper and this is my review of Grim Dawn, the new action-packed RPG hack and slash. This game is an amazing game. It has so many hours and so many things you can do. There are so many combinations of classes and all that kind of stuff. It is an awesome game. The game is set in a war-torn world that is being ravaged by the Ethereals, where people can actually become possessed and stuff like that. It's like a post-apocalyptic game, and the story is actually really intriguing. It's about the survival of the human being and humans fighting back against the monsters. It's extremely funny to watch and it's really intriguing. The game has a lot of cool options. You can do among them are the dual class system. There are currently 6 classes in this game. But you choose 2 of those classes for your character, meaning that you can combine the different classes, which is extremely funny. There are so many things you can do with this, and so many combinations. It's awesome. Plus, there is a devotion system in the game. You find these shrines where you have to either restore them by collecting the right ingredients for it, or you have to fight monsters in order to cleanse the shrine. These shrines give devotion points. You can get a total of 50 devotion points, which you can use in this collation system, where there are just, a huge amount of options. There's so many things, and these effects are game-changing. So this combined with the dual class system means that there are an insane amount of options in this game. So many things to do. And yeah, it just doesn't feel like you have time enough on the day to actually be playing this game, because there are so many things. There are the questing is quite linear. It's you go from one place and just 4 acts, like the old school Diablo 2 and Titan Quest, which is very cool. It has a nice old feel to it. Plus, you get some quests which are actually kind of like you make a choice and that choice actually impacts the game. Whereas, for instance, you can choose between different blacksmiths, between what way you go with the quest. You can choose factions to go with, and you find a lot of hidden quests in this game where you actually have to choose a lot of things, which is very cool. It feels like you are playing the game. You have a lot of replayability. You can play it again and again and find new ways to do things, which is very cool. There are a lot of handcrafted stuff in this game, which is awesome. You find recipes, and in this game you can actually really use these crafted items, which is very nice. There's a lot of games where the crafted items lose the significance in the late game, but in this game that doesn't seem to be the case. The combat is very brutal. Monsters are exploding with blood, and there's a lot of gore in this game, but it is definitely working for it and has a nice feel to it, though I would not recommend this game if you are too young to see stuff like that. Though in this day and age, I would guess that doesn't leave out many people. The environment is very dynamic, and overall the atmosphere in this game is, it's like Titan Quest and Diablo, the old school feel to it, which is very accommodating and makes it's a very nostalgic game, even though it's really new. It has both multiplayer. Up to 4 people can play multiplayer at the same time in this game. You can control stuff like the camera rotation, and there are modding tools, so the future is looking good for this. In the future they have promised to come with expansion, and on their homepage it says that there will be coming new classes. New classes will be released, which means they have it in plural note. So that means, of course, there might be coming even more than one additional class. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the future in this game. The game is made by some of the same developers as made Titan Quest all the way back then, and it's made on the same engine, so it can have a nice feel to it. If you play Titan Quest, this is definitely a game that is extremely valuable to play. I spent a lot of time playing Titan Quest and I loved it. So having this spiritual sequel to the Titan Quest is it's just, you know, a dream come true. I would definitely recommend this game for so many people. It is amazing to play and there's so many options. The loot system is not like in Diablo 3. This is, you know, a classic loot system where it just drops random loot. So you find a lot of loot that isn't for the current character you're playing, which just means you kind of want to create a new character and get up there so you can use the loot with that character instead. Which kind of makes you, you know, you want to make all the characters. You want to just, you know, go all the combinations, but you don't have time for it. So in that way, it can be quite tedious because you definitely want to spend the time playing this game. It's an amazing game, and I definitely recommend that you buy it. It's very cheap compared to how many hours you can play this game.